Good evening, everyone. Ellen Sutter of ESP Presents and ESP Book Chats, where we bring page turners your way. How are you guys today? And we have our guest, author, and it is Dr. Velma Bagby. She will give you all her accolades. It's a plethora of things going on. Dr. Velma, come on in the house. I know I'm all bundled up. The air hit me. I had to bring it on. Can you
Awesome.
hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I hear you
Awesome.
well. So, Dr. Bama, many times we come back, we enjoy our time together, and we all have these awesome books. This particular time, we have a book, and it's called A Place Called Down.
hmm
Downtime. That's it. A place called Down. I don't know why I
hmm
want to put time on it. And
That's
so,
okay.
and with this, let's tell the folks who you are and who is your audience, because this right here, this book here, and I know you talk about Christians, but tell us a backdrop about yourself and who's your audience.
Well, when I began this journey, I thought my audience was going to be single women and determined that sometimes God puts other things on your heart you have to write about, which is what happened with this book. I was getting prepared to write the novel, The Catch No One Wants. However, because of this experience the year before that happened, God had me to pause and write this story. In this particular case, it was directed towards Christians because I find that just like in my story, we get shocked when we go through things and wonder why God allowed us to go through, but they don't realize he allowed it for a reason. And so we misunderstand it. We forget what he said about going through trials and tribulations and their purpose. And I'll share with you the purpose that I saw in this, right, and what happened directly after the release of this book. And so this particular one was just directed towards Christians, period, that they not be get shocked when they experience something different. So I began to write dating and relationship books. I believe that was my calling, but I've written so many about so many topics since then. So that's been 10 years ago almost. And I'm grateful. So I'm an author of 26 books, 20 are bestsellers. I only began writing at the age of 64 after I retired in 2018. I wrote my very first book after I had retired 6 years prior. And so at this point, I'm very grateful for what I've been able to accomplish. And my audience has it changes depending on what I'm writing about. Most of my
Awesome.
books are about dating and relationships, but I've written other stories as well.
I really enjoy your book. I say I'm a fan of Dr. Velma. I really do. I like all your stuff, and it really, like this one in particular. I'm a Christian myself, and we have a lot of things going on in our world. And when you wrote this book, I had got the book, put it on my Kindle, had it. I want to say I had it for almost a year, but I don't know if this is written beyond a year. When
Oh,
did you write
wow.
this book?
This one was written back in 2020, I believe. Yeah,
Wow.
because it was my second. My first book was written in 2018, Conversations with My Daughters and I. But this one was written right after that, just before I got started on my dating series. So that's why this was important. God insisted that I write about that experience I had the year prior, because this story is about what I went through the year before, 2019. So I
Wow.
wrote the very first book, 2018, got hit with this experience in 2019, and then 2020 released this before I got into dating and relationships.
Awesome, because I see some stuff in there. I don't want us to go too far ahead, but as a Christian, like I say, I wanted to ask you this question. And
hmm
again, a place called Down. And
hmm
as I was reading this, I do, as a Christian, I don't know where we get this theory from that just because we're saved, that nothing is going to happen to us. We won't experience illness. We won't experience a lot of things that the
No,
world will experience. And I'm thinking to myself, if God did not save his son, what makes us think we are exempt from things? So, where did we get this? And from your point of view, where did we get this theory that because I'm saved, nothing will happen?
we act like because we are children of the King, that we're protected. We don't have to go through anything. It's almost like being entitled. I know God, so I'm not going through anything. And that's kind of the mentality. And in some places in my journey, I kind of had a little pompous attitude. Why are you taking the long route to the hospital? Why are they not taking the freeway? I remember saying those kind. I said, God, look at me. Look at what I was thinking. Don't they know I'm your child? All of those kind of things. And we get too pompous, I think, even as believers,
Yes.
that we forget that we have to be primed and prepped too. And the only way God preps us is we go through the fire.
Ooh, don't go too far because there's a lot of
I'm
good
not going to
meaty
say
stuff in
anything.
there.
I'm not going
Okay,
to say it.
as I
Why
see,
is this fire touching my coat?
I love it, love it, love it. Because again, as a Christian, we still see that people feel like, I know back in the day, I would just speak for myself, Dr. Velma, that we kind of thought, I grew up, born in the 60s, grew up in the 70s, and we kind
Hmm.
of thought, and I don't know where I'm getting this from, except
Hmm.
maybe our culture or different things like that,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thought that the poorer you are, the closer you are to God. Back then, that's what they kind of thought. If you had a little smidge of money, if you got your body together and exercise, that was kind of like, woo, that is not good. Why are you keeping your body looking at it? You must be worldly. These are kind of things I've seen in it. Now, moving forward, fast forward, we have our mega church, we have the name it, claim it, and all those things, the parallel difference of what we have now. And I'm looking at this and I'm saying, when you talk about illness in the book, and we're going to get a little further where you do tell
yeah.
your testimony, where you do talk about the three T's, and we'll
Hmm.
talk about that. But in this particular moment that we're talking about, those beliefs of how to handle this,
Yeah.
are we supposed to do that? And you do talk about it. So I'm going to go slow it down. You talk about